It's 6 questions on the Powerpuff Girls is picked by my friend Jess Whitener. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show. If you like pop culture, if you like music, movies, television, cartoons, you are in the right place, especially if you like cartoons, because today's episode is all about the Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls, the whole crew, and questions on the show, new and old. We're going to do 6 of those. This was picked by my friend Jess Whitener. She loves the Powerpuff Girls. I could probably guess that by looking at her. She looks like a Powerpuff Girl. She looks like she could be the 4th one. And she's a very strong, powerful girl. So that would fit her perfectly. She does some roller derby up in the Seattle area, I think. And she will kick your ass. That's what she told me by the look of her. This episode is a fun one today. And then also tomorrow we're doing Teen Titans Go for my friend Annabelle in Chicago, Mo and Brenda's daughter. And then we're doing Weird Facts, 1,227 interesting facts to blow your socks off. I wrote some questions based on some of those facts from this book. And I'm going to read you some of those random facts right now to kind of get you ready for that episode that comes out on Monday. Here we go. Human saliva contains a painkiller called aporifin that is 6 times more powerful than morphine. Interesting. Here we go. Next fact. There are no cubes in cubism. Cézanne's theory was that everything could be broken down into cylinders, spheres, and cones. Okay. Here's another one. Bacteria and amoebas are far more different from each other than amoebas are from people. I couldn't even begin to understand what that means. And this one says, the U.S. has only 5% of the world's population, but almost 25% of its prison population. Ooh, a lot of imprisoned people here. Starbucks offers 87,000 different drink combinations. That's a good little fact. And there are at least 10 times as much crime on TV as there is in the real world. That's interesting. And I'll read you 2 more here. What do we got? Beethoven was of Belgian extraction. Okay. And there are no moles in Ireland. I know you were thinking about that today. You're like, are there moles in Ireland? Do they drink Guinness? Do they pop up and just have a nice pint? They do not. No moles in Ireland. More questions based on facts like that coming up this Monday on the podcast. If you want to see some videos of what I do, you can go to YouTube and search Trivia with Buds. You can see some videos of me at live events. You can see some videos of me recording the podcast, etc. And sometimes you could see videos of me like on a Skype call where I have like a split screen going with me and a contestant or a friend or a buddy or an artist. So check all that stuff out. Just search Trivia with Buds videos on any Google type engine and you will find it. Okay, today's episode, Powerpuff Girls. We're going to jump into it. I've not seen this show a ton, so I had to do a little research. I've only seen it in passing, as a kid growing up. But hopefully you love it. Hopefully you can get all 6 of these questions. I know Jess will. Let's see how you do. Here we go. All right, guys. This is a round about the Powerpuff Girls. We're going to read these 6 questions and see how you do. Question number 1, which of the Powerpuff Girls has black hair? Nice, easy one. General question off the bat. If you've seen the show, number 1, which one of the Powerpuff Girls has black hair? Question number 2, what color is the villain Fuzzy Lumpkin's nose? What color is the nose on the villain named Fuzzy Lumpkins? That's a great name. Question number 3, before Powerpuff Girls, they were originally known in their early animations as what non-G-rated name? Number 3, before the Powerpuff Girls, they were originally known in early animations as what non-G-rated name? Halfway through this Powerpuff Girls quiz, here's number 4. What is the name of the town that the series takes place in? Where do they live? What is the name of the town on the show? Question number 5. The show was rebooted in 2016 and featured a crossover with what other Cartoon Network show in June 2016? What was the other show that they did a crossover for when the show was rebooted in 2016 on the Cartoon Network? And question number 6. Buttercup was voiced by E.G. Daily in the original series. She was also the voice of what main character on a Nickelodeon series that ran for 172 episodes? Number 6, Buttercup, voiced by E.G. Daily. And she was also the voice of what other main character on a Nickelodeon series that ran for 172 episodes? All right, those are your 6 questions in the Powerpuff Girls. We'll be right back in a Powerpuff Minute with the answers to the Powerpuff questions. Here we go, guys. Powerpuff Girls. My daughter does not watch this show. I bet she would like it if I put it on for her, but we don't have Cartoon Network, so we don't put this show on for her. She just started watching The Descendants, which was like a Disney Channel movie. It's like a musical. It's kind of like High School Musical with like Disney villains' kids and things. The Descendants is what she's into. I'm into the Descendants, but the punk band, not the Disney movie. But that's what she's watching these days. Here's question number 1. Which of the Powerpuff Girls has black hair? The answer was Buttercup. Buttercup is the black-haired Powerpuff Girl. Question number 2. What color is the villain Fuzzy Lumpkin's nose? Another color-related question. That is green. He's got a big circular, oval kind of shaped green nose. Fuzzy Lumpkins. That'd be a great screen name if we still had AIM, right? Number 3, before Powerpuff Girls, they were originally known in early animations as what non-G-rated name? The Whoop-Ass Girls. That was kind of the name they were pitched with. The Whoop-Ass Girls, which I think could have worked. Probably wouldn't have been on Cartoon Network, but the Whoop-Ass Girls. Number 4, what is the name of the town the series takes place in? Townsville. That's kind of a fun play on that, right? Townsville, kind of like Smallville on the show about Superman. Number 5, the show was rebooted in 2016 and featured a crossover with what other Cartoon Network show in June 2016? Teen Titans Go. That's a fun crossover. I'd like to maybe start with that episode. That would be fun. And tomorrow, guys, the theme of the podcast is Teen Titans Go for my friend Annabelle. We'll be doing 5 quick questions on the show. Number 6, let's see if you got all 6 of these. Buttercup was voiced by E.G. Daily in the original series. She was also the voice of what other main character on a Nickelodeon series that ran for 172 episodes? The answer was Tommy Pickles on Rugrats. E.G. Daily, Tommy Pickles. Also, I looked up E.G. Daily. She dated Brad Pitt at one point, as well as Paul Rubens himself, Pee Wee Herman. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, guys, those are your Those are your questions on this episode for the Powerpuff Girls, as picked by Jess Whitener. Jess, thanks for the great topic. She always picks really good ones. If you want to pick your own topic, go to patreon.com/triviawithbuds, join our $5 tier, and get the freedom to pick a topic. We got some great ones coming up. And again, tomorrow's episode is about Teen Titans Go. And the next day, we're doing Weird Facts, 1,227 interesting facts to blow your socks off. That's a 10-question quiz. So get ready for those. If you need anything shouted out on this show, if you need to promote anything you got going on to my listeners, which are growing every single day, guys. We had our most listeners ever the other day. On my little stats chart on Libsyn. So that was very cool. And if you have something you want me to plug, anything you want me to promote, send me an email, ryanbuds@gmail.com. I'll do it for you, and we'll get you some ears on whatever you got going on. Also, I have been teasing this for a little bit, but I have a very cool contest coming up for a pair of tickets to see an upcoming movie. It's going to be really cool. We're going to do something very sweet. I'm going to give away a pair for a random listener of the show, and I'm going to give away a pair to one of my Patreon subscribers. If you want to be eligible for either of those things, just keep listening to the show every day in the next 2 weeks, or join over on Patreon, and you'll have a much bigger chance of getting that because there's 30 Patreons right now, patrons, 30 patrons right now. So if we do a raffle of sorts, you got a 1 in 30 chance of getting in there, or 1 in 31 or 32, however many more people join. But I'm going to give away a pair of tickets to an upcoming thing. So get excited. It's going to be very cool. I'll give you more details next week. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow for more trivia with me. Cheers.